Okay, well, apparently I haven't been recording, but welcome back to Use Machinery Challenge on Panhandle Caprock in Farming Simulator 25. Yesterday I had some sound issues where uh, OBS just did not record my voice, even though the bars on the audio mixer were moving as I talked. Just didn't count. And this morning, here, I guess the recording did not start. Right away, and I just happened to look up and see that it wasn't recording, so I started recording. Since then, I have while I wasn't recording this morning, I put down two greenhouses: a root cellar greenhouse, a root crop greenhouse, and a slow fruit greenhouse. The fruit greenhouse have a slow and a fast mode. Slow mode I think is fair. Fast is a bit cheaty, so I put down the slow mode. Now I gotta stock those two greenhouses up. Also put down a water distributor, and I moved my water tanker, which has been sitting at the farm forever without being used, over and stuck it in the river right next, well, the tributary to the river, right by the water distributor. That way the tank is filling up with water as quickly as it's dumping water into the water distributor. I put it over on the far side of the river from the main farm. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna need some herbicide. Fill this tanker up. Yeah, I went and looked at getting myself a set of steering wheels and full farming simulator controls. And it looks like for anything decent, I'm looking at around $300. If I was making some money, or even just a tiny bit of money on this channel, I might be able to consider, that being a viable investment. But since I make literally nothing, technically it costs me money. Because every hour I spend here doing videos is hours, so I'm not doing something I could get paid for. Alright. The root crop has started. I need to get some solid fertilizer in here for the fruit farm to start. And I got the fruit farm making olives, since I'm going to turn that into olive oil, because that's a nice healthy oil. It's not good for cooking with, because if it gets hot, the monosaturated fats in olive oil that makes it good turn into triglycerides, which is like the worst type of fat. Let's see, here in Farming Simulator, you don't have the option to make like avocado oil, which is a nice healthy oil, but costs way too much. Same with coconut oil. I've been using lard in real life, but I think I'm going to switch back to canola. I just don't like the smell of fresh lard when it's cooking. Once it's aged a little bit, the smell goes away, but at first it has kind of like a, I don't know, it's a very putrid smell. I would almost say it's like boar taint, if anybody knows what that is. Let's see here. Huh. Okay. I'm not sure why that worked, but it did. Do I have any solid fertilizer in here? Nope. So I have enough for one totes of solid fertilizer. Yeah, I use canola oil. I used to always use canola oil since it's the least bad of the seed oil. It does have some positive benefits along with a few negative ones, so overall, that's what I'm gonna go back to, using canola oil for high temperature cooking and olive oil for low temperature. Although, I still want to try tallow. With that said, I haven't found a good source of tallow in sufficient quantities to fill up my fryer. Obviously, it's out there since some of the fast food restaurants are switching over to using tallow, so obviously it's out there somewhere. It's just not being marketed to home users. Maybe I should check Gordon Foods. They might have larger supplies of tallow. Or larger quantities, I should say. I have a lot of pork fat in my freezer that I need to render in a lard yet, so unfortunately I won't be completely away from lard. Hopefully the stuff I render myself won't have the same smell to it that the store-bought stuff does. There we go, and the olive production has started. All right. There we go. And pig food production has started. I need to fertilize these 2 grass fields now. Instead of using the liquid fertilizer, I'm going to use the solid fertilizer this time. Has anything new popped up in the sale? Oh yeah, a crusher, a breaker has popped up. Actually tried to convince my boss to buy one of these. He didn't go for it. They also make a really good cold planer under the Brandco brand. Can't go for that either. My boss never listens to me about equipment that I want. Let's see what's available as far as contracts go. Some cultivating. So for harvesting, we have parsnips, red beets, carrots, and peas. Alright, this field is fertilized again. Let's get the other one. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna pause the recording. Okay. Let's see what that is that just popped into the sale. Oh, it's a header. Yeah, I don't need it. I already got 2 grain headers. And one of them is slightly too big, but still works, and the other one's the actual intended header for my combine. All right, so both the grass fields are fertilized now. Let me check the calendar. I'm going to till in this oilseed radish and then plant it to wheat. Okay, okay. You big needy cat, you. Alright, I'll be back when this is done. Okay, cultivating's done. Go back to the farm and grab the cedar. Also, in the use sale popped up this low boy, but I don't have a truck to pull it with, nor do I have anything to put on it to haul around, or anything I would need to put on it to haul around, so yeah, it's not getting bought. Looks like there's more flour there to be moved. There we go, wheat. Yeah, that's the low boy just announcing itself. I've spotted it before it was announced. think that storage might be getting pretty close to full. Well, let's get these 2 pallets of flour into it anyway. Yeah, there's only enough room left in here for 2 more. This would be a good, cool addition. 75,000, huh? That's too big. I'll take up this whole section of land, really. Well, this is going to be a while yet, so I'm going to pop out and I'll be back later. Alright, just about done with the cultivating here. You had a bit of a rollback. So I think I previously recorded when I had already started seeding. But Power Flicker knocked the game out, so for some reason OBS was still doing okay, but game crashed and knocked me back to my previous save, which was almost done with the cultivation. So go ahead and go grab my... that was a lag. Go grab my seeder and start planting the wheat again. Ooh, what is going on with my... What was that just popped up in the used sale? Ah, a baler. I got a pretty good baler. That one's a wrapper too, but I do all my silage through my fermenting silo, so I don't really see a point. Okay, here. Grass, peas, spinach, wheat. There we go. Alright, well, it looks like the worker's being an idiot, but should be able to get it done. I don't know why he did such a little piece of a pass right there, but when he's done, I'll have to check to make sure he gets the whole thing done and doesn't leave a missing swath. Alright, but I'll be back when the worker's done. Okay, almost done with the seeding. It is a late night. I think I need to get myself a bigger grain drill. Yeah, I just ran out of time today. There should be plenty of wood left in the sawmill, however. Let's see here. Oh yeah, there's plenty of wood left in there. That's doing fine. That's doing fine. The greenhouses might not make it through the night, especially the root crop one, but alright. The seeding is done. Tomorrow I'll put some post-emergent fertilizer on this field. Check traffic. I'll end this episode right here. Thank you very much for watching.